yung ruling na yon ni presiding officer nung umpisa pa lang, noong July 16, was 6 rather, was a calculated move on his part to really set the threshold and iset na 16 yung number of ultimate vote on the acquittal or conviction of the respondent. So hindi na yan marirevisit unless some person goes up to the Supreme Court and alleges grave abuse of discretion resulting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. So as of the moment, walang nangyayaring ganon. So that is already set in stone for the meantime that it is not overturned by the Supreme Court. Now, if a person or a party or a side, a council, proposes that, that is a dangerous a proposal because it will necessarily entail the impeachment court to change the rules of the game mid trial. At sa ating due process clauses, hindi po pinapayagan yan. Hindi po tayong parang naglalaro lang dito na kung para sa convenience ng mga parties, iibahin mo na naman yung rules mid-trial. Hindi po umaakto ang impeachment court for the convenience of either the prosecution or the defense. It is acting to uphold the due process requirements under the law. At yung 16 po yan, no, nakabase po yan sa Bayan versus Zamora na nagsasabi doon na mahirap talaga ang makuha ang 16, but the framers of the Constitution ensured that mahirap talaga dapat makapag-impeach ng isang impeachable officer because the impeachment court will necessarily cancel the mandate of the people who elected the impeachable officer. That's why it is made extra hard. Kaya 2/3 yan, hindi po simple majority. It was the intention of the framers of the Constitution to make it hard for the impeachment to happen. So, hindi po yan nakabase sa comfort ng tao. So, as to that proposal, wala pong dapat maiba doon sa ruling ng presiding officer na 16 po dahil wala naman pong nagsasampa pa ng kaso at wala pang desisyon yung Korte Suprema if ever masampang kaso na yun.
Attorney, paano ba 'to? Kasi nagkakasunod-sunod po yung ano 'no, yung kanselasyon nung trial tapos, mayro'n pa pong parating na dalawa pang or isa or dalawa pang bagyo, next week. Ano na po ang, usapan diyan ng impeachment court? Ano pong posibleng mangyari? Kasi tama po ba, nasa sked pa po ba tayo o medyo late na po tayo, delayed na po tayo?
Mayan, kung matatandaan mo, no, meron tayong 31 days for Article 1 and hindi pa tayo gaano nakakakalahati sa mga witnesses na ipipresenta ng prosecution. 27
Mm.
witnesses yung nilista nila at ipipresenta nila yun for 31 days. So medyo in a way delayed na tayo ngayon. However, don't worry about it because yung impeachment court naman, sanay naman ng mga, lalo pa kami mga abogado, no, sanay kami na nauurong talaga yung mga dates na yan. So yung number of days na allotted for the prosecution will just be extended and will eat up some of the days that the nakalaan naman doon sa depensa at uurong lang naman yung number of days ng depensa. So ganun lang yung mangyayari dyan. Magkakaroon lang ng konting adjustment. Ngayon, alam ko yung pinapatunguhan mo na tanong, no, kung magkakaroon ba ng session ng Thursday o Friday or Saturday. Of course, that is always under consideration and advisement. At makalalaman natin yan if yung Senate President at yung presiding officer would rather opt to have extended days, parang mga make-up days, or will just continue on and then just extend it at the end na lang, sa huli na lang tayo magdadagdag. Kasi baka naman hindi natin kailangan magdagdag for all we know, no? Dahil baka maglaglag din ng mga ilang witnesses yung mga parties. So let's just wait and see for the meantime.
Mm. Attorney, if we say na we're kind of delayed na, no? How much are we delayed? Is it significant already?
Wala pa naman, no. So far parang mga 2 to 3 days pa lang naman yung medyo na delayed tayo in time in terms of yung plotting natin ng number of days per witnesses. Dapat nasa I think six witness pa lang tayo ngayon, no? Susunod. So dapat mga nasa ninth or tenth witness na tayo out of the 27 witnesses. But
Mm-mm.
because of yung mga, it took yung ilang witnesses 2 to 3 days for them to finish their presentation. So
Mm-mm.
talagang naurong ng naurong tayo.
So the delay is not just about because of the cancellation, but because, tama ba? Kasi parang yung last
Tama.
two
Ah,
witnesses natin, attorney, yung si,
si
ah,
si
dalawang
Wangin
COA,
at saka si Del Campo. Oo.
nagtigtatlong araw po sila, no, attorney?
Tama ka dyan. At pinlot natin yon parang mga one witness, one day rule lang, no? So, if ever, at most, 2 araw lang yung per witness. Pero talagang humaba sila to 3 days. So, talagang nabagalan tayo ng konti sa ating number of days na pinlot.
Sorry, let me just go back to that. The 31 days pala, attorney, ay originally plotted one witness, one day lang dapat.
You're right. You're right. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Tapos
Attorney,
nagbigay lang yung korte ng ng leeway ng additional number of days para kung maurong o mag-take up ng more days yung isang witness. Kaya naging 31 days yung nakalaan for the 27 witnesses.
oo, yeah, oo. Tapos, attorney, tama ba? Isa sa pwedeng solusyon, aside from yun nga, magkaroon ng mga, sabi nyo kanina kasi, attorney, session, you meant trial, attorney?
Yes, trial
Trial
days,
for
trial
Thursday.
days.
Okay. Okay. Isang possible pong maging solusyon, attorney, para makahabol is maglaglag nga ng witness. Magbawas na kung feeling ng prosec ay okay na sila. Tama ba?
Laging iisipin it's really a group effort, no, yung pagbabawas ng mga araw natin or paghabol ng araw natin. Unang-unang effort yan ng both parties through the dropping of either their articles na ipepresenta or the witnesses. And on the part of the court naman, ang gagawin naman niya para makahabol is to add more days or to add more witnesses in a day or to extend the number of hours that the impeachment trial will be undertaken in a day. So, yun yung mga effort on both sides, no, dun sa korte at saka dun sa mga parties.
Tapos, attorney, tama, no? Bale, ang pwedeng solusyon nga, magbawas na ng witness, mag Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What about nga po yung pag-extend ng oras? Kasi right now ay 10 to 3 po tayo. May napag-uusapan po bang i-extend siya to 4, to 5, ganun?
Tama ka, may yan yung isa sa mga consideration, counter-argument.
Ay, attorney,
Yeah,
nag-freeze po kayo. Yung pong sagot nyo po sa amin ay wala po
okay,
dun sa ano. Sorry po,
okay.
paulit po. Yung extend po ng hours ng trial, is that an option po? Ulitin lang po natin.
Yes, that's always an option under consideration by the senator judges. The PO and the Senate President has already talked about that as we have seen no the last time na extend tayo ng 1 hour from 3 o'clock mabot tayo hanggang 4 p.m. para lang matapos yung last week na si Miss Sailin del Campo. So
Ay, mm-mm.
kahit na ganun din yung mangyayari, pwede rin mangyari yon. So, kinokonsidera nila yon na instead of i-transfer mula umaga hanggang hapon, i-extend na lang ng 1 to 2 hours yung trial para umabot until 4 or 5. However, kasi merong mga constitutional duties na kailangan tuparin dyan. Nakalagay kasi sa Constitution kung anong oras dapat sa session ang ating Senado. Kaya very technical
Mm-mm.
yung mga ganyang mga usapin na sa oras. So baka pwede rin naman na gawin yon, no, dahil bibigyan naman ng enough leeway yung ating senators. However, as to the definite decision of the senator judges, wala pa silang nakakome up dyan. Kaya sabi ko the last time, no, with the cancellation of the days of trial due to inclement weather at kasi fortuitous event naman to, walang may gusto nito, they might consider it as one of strong argument nung mga gusto naman na senator judges sa hapon mangyari yung ating trial.
Ay, actually, papunta ako doon, attorney. Yun nga po, imbis po natin ini-extend ng umaga, kasi nag-iisip ka, ay, teka, may session pa tayo. Mas
Mm-mm.
malaki po ba yung chance na gawin na lang sa hapon para tusawa, wala silang iniisip na, may gagawin pa tayo.
Mm-mm.
Ituloy-tuloy na lang natin hanggang 10 or 11 p.m. Parang gano'n, attorney.
Tama ka dyan, no? It's a balancing act on the part of the Senate President and the presiding officer. Initially, when they wanted to put the trial sa umaga, ang isipan naman nila kasi para yung plenary session at saka yung mga committee sessions mangyari sa hapon up to sawa para hanggang
Mm-mm.
10 p.m. sila, etc. Dahil kailangan nila humabol naman doon sa legislative agenda nila. So ngayon, because of the situation, also some senators are saying na baka mas magandang sa hapon, mas mabaligtad para yung trial naman yung up to sawa and then limited naman yung time nung legislative agenda ng Senado.
And when are we expecting this to be finalized?
Mm-mm.
Are we expecting an answer by next week? Kasi baka magtuloy-tuloy nga po yung, magtuloy man next week, baka may cancellation pa rin in the weeks to come. So, paano po?
Mm-mm. Tama ka dyan, no? Hanggang ngayon nag-uusap pa rin sila. I asked that on the presiding officer and the Senate President. Hindi pa rin sila magkaroon ng caucus or rather consensus on that matter kasi nga sila Senator Mig Zubiri who was proposing the afternoon session, hindi pa niya makuha yung number of supports for the afternoon session. So hanggat hindi makuha yon, for the meantime, we retain the morning sessions.
Attorney, when you say session, that you mean trial, no?
Trial.
Po. Isa na lang from me before ko po ibigay kay RG. Yun pong online na trial, is that something that is also being considered? Para rin po, tuloy-tuloy nga siya po kahit may ulan.
Definitively, hindi yan kinokonsidera sa ngayon because there are many legal issues and logistical issues regarding the virtual hearings. Kahit sa korte, sa ordinaryong korte, nahihirapan yung mga parties mag-conduct ng virtual hearing and it is only done in exceptional cases, a very limited number of instances. And if an ordinary case want to go virtual, kailangan mag-motion yan sa korte at kailangan pakita niya yung mga kondisyon kung bakit kailangan ng virtual na hearing. As you may know, the number of participants here in the impeachment court, medyo maraming mga tao na kailangang mag-online at mag-virtual. So as of now, wala tayong rules regarding that matter. So it might entail amending the rules of the Senate and the Senate impeachment rules. Second, wala tayong platform for that. Hindi pa handa yung Senate, pati yung Secretariat na mag-launch ng isang platform na which can accommodate a lot of all of us, no? Lahat tayo nandoon, no? At pangatlo, syempre hindi rin paalam kung gaano rin katagal yung proposal na ipapasa at saka mapapag-prepare ng Secretariat yung virtual na hearing na yan. Baka kung kahit gawin natin, it will not happen in the next 1 to 2 weeks because it might take more weeks or months para ma-launch yung ganyang klaseng platform and maamyendahan yung ating mga rules.
Okay. Attorney, thank you. Salamat po sa pagsagot sa aking tanong. Si RG po
Maraming
ang
salamat.
Thank you po. RG, ikaw na.
Hi, RG.
Hi, Attorney. Good morning.
Good morning.
I just have one quick question regarding, I'm gonna skip yung dun sa schedule kasi natanong na ni Mian, ano. So I'm just gonna go straight to this idea from the prosecution na or from the congressman na since marami daw mga senador who are absent or who have been absent in the past few trials, ay baka pwedeng ibaba na daw yung threshold. So where does the ano ang sentiment ng court dyan, and is there any move to revisit yung naging ruling ni presiding officer on day 1, and what would be the mechanism to do it if ever?
Oo, yung ruling na yon ni presiding officer nung umpisa pa lang nung July 16 was 6 rather, was a calculated move on his part to really set the threshold and iset na 16 yung number of ultimate vote on the acquittal or conviction of the respondent. So hindi na yan marirevisit unless some person goes up to the Supreme Court and alleges grave abuse of discretion resulting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. So as of the moment, walang nangyayaring ganon. So that is already set in stone for the meantime that it is not overturned by the Supreme Court. Now, if a person or a party or a side, a council proposes that, that is a dangerous a proposal because it will necessarily entail the impeachment court to change the rules of the game mid trial. At sa ating due process clauses, hindi po pinapayagan yan. Hindi po tayong parang naglalaro lang dito na kung para sa convenience ng mga parties, iibahin mo na naman yung rules mid-trial. Hindi po umaakto ang impeachment court for the convenience of either the prosecution or the defense. It is acting to uphold the due process requirements under the law. At yung 16 po yan, no, nakabase po yan sa Bayan versus Zamora na nagsasabi doon na mahirap talaga ang makuha ang 16, but the framers of the Constitution ensured that mahirap talaga dapat makapag-impeach ng isang impeachable officer because the impeachment court will necessarily cancel the mandate of the people who elected the impeachable officer. That's why it is made extra hard. Kaya 2/3 yan, hindi po simple majority. It was the intention of the framers of the Constitution to make it hard for the impeachment to happen. So, hindi po yan nakabase sa comfort ng tao. So, as to that proposal, wala pong dapat maiba doon sa ruling ng presiding officer na 16 po dahil wala naman pong nagsasampa pa ng kaso at wala pang desisyon yung Korte Suprema if ever masampang kaso na yon. So,
Okay,
baliwala po yun.
Okay,
Sa
attorney,
impeachment court.
yun doon naman sa attendance kasi napapansin na rin na may mga senator judges hindi na nakakabo, actually hindi na kukumpleto yung mga 20, dapat kasi 21 sila dahil tatlo yung wala. You have Senator Bato Way, hindi makita, 2 nakakulong, so dapat 21 sila dyan. And napansin na rin, it has not gone unnoticed na marami na hindi sila nakakabuo yung 21 na yon for the past so many trial days. So yung iba nakikita pa on social media na nagbo-monitor na lang outside the session hall. So is that legally acceptable? Are they allowed to participate even from outside the session hall?
Yes, it is legally acceptable. Kung maaalala ninyo, meron tayong Senate Rules on Impeachment, Rule 6. Nakalagay po sa Rule 6 na supportorily applicable ang rules ng Senado. Sa Senate Rules naman po, may nakalagay dyan na doon sa rule, basta rule sa Senate, no, na merong supportory application naman yung Rules of Parliament, na Riddick's Rules at saka Hines President. Doon sa mga rules na yon na sinabi ng Senate Rules, nag-a-apply dyan yung tinatawag na constructive o continuing quorum. Na kapag ang isang legislative person, senator or congressman, ay nakapag-enter na ng kaniyang presence sa plenary, kahit lumabas siya dyan, continuing pa rin yung quorum because of the fact na hindi kinakailangan na parating nandun sila. Basta nandoon sila within the control of the Senate President na anytime pwede silang ipatawag ulit kapag kailangan na ng botohan sa plenary, continuing pa rin yung quorum unless questioned by any one of the members. So alam ng ating mga nasa legislatura yung continuing quorum rule na yan. At sa ating mga ordinaryong tao, baka medyo first time natin naririnig yon. However, in legislative practice, that is considered legal because the Senate President has control over the antechambers and all the rooms in the Senate. At yung Senator's Lounge, yun naman ay nakatabi lamang sa plenary. So it is within parang pag pumunta sila doon, continuing pa rin yung presence nila on the floor. Walang na babawas. And as you have seen naman, no, yung mga senator judges na yon, di na tayo magba-blind item kasi alam naman natin na si Senator Padilla yon, Senator Villar at saka si Senator Bongo. They didn't really take a break from their duty as a senator judge. In fact, suot pa nga nila yung mga robes nila. So that only means that while still on a short break, they are still performing as a senator judge at nakanood naman sila. Nakita naman, may TV doon, nandoon pa yung photo ni Attorney Ligutan. So they are still monitoring it. And that is allowed in parliamentary practice, customs, and rules.
Okay, thank you po, Attorney. I'll turn over to Nimpa.
Attorney, sorry habang wala
Ay
si
po.
Attorney, si Mayan po ulit to. So,
Hmm.
pwede silang, paano ba, magpa-present muna sila sa umpisa.
Yes.
Tapos, kahit saan sa loob ng Senate, kaya sa office nila, pwede na
Tama
silang
ka.
perform.
Tama
Pero
ka.
hindi sa labas ng Senate.
Tama ka. Oo, basta within the within the jurisdiction ng Senate President. So under Rule 3 Section 3E ng Senate Rules, no, nandiyan yung sinasabing antechamber and rooms adjacent to the plenary hall. So yun ay within the scope of the control ng ating Senate President. So anytime pwede niyang patawag yung mga tao na yon. So they are still continuing, their presence is still continuing considered in the plenary. Kahit na nandun sila sa katabi lang na room.
Oo, okay. Sorry, sino nang next, guys? Teka.
Ako na?
Yun, sorry po. Okay po, go at.
Nimpa.
Ako na? Sally.
Ay, sige po ate, go lang.
Okay. Sir, attorney,